ICANN, the way in which the ICANN organization works is there are built into the mechanics of the way in which we work a series of periodic reviews, one of which is the Accountability and Transparency Review, which has led to some really interesting work we're doing with the Government Advisory Committee component of ICANN. And another is a board-initiated review, which is comes, in fact, it's currently delegated to the Structural Improvements Committee of the board. And what the board does there is initiates a review of its supporting organizations and advisory committees. And in this case, what we're just kicking off, the process we're kicking off, and in fact have appointed an independent provider of review services to do, is to undertake a sort of comprehensive review of the processes and outputs of the work of the GNSO. So that's a really interesting thing to be doing, to be going through and systematically looking at the work we've done since the last review and seeing, how have the processes worked, what sort of outcomes have they produced, and what is the level of satisfaction with those. And one of the very interesting ways is there's going to be a 360-degree component to that review where everyone will be able to provide input into that and give indications of that. So to some extent it will be run as a structured audit-like process, looking at sort of inputs and outputs, but in another sense there's an opportunity for more open-ended input as to what's gone on. So that's really interesting for someone outside the ICANN process, or even if you're used to working in business where there are things like financial audits, but this is a process and output audit that really checks up on the work we've done and looks at how that might be improved in the future, and what will lead to how that might be improved in the future. So that's very, very interesting.